was allowed to keep my candy in my room. A bag of candy at my disposal whenever I want.
Under your pillow?
But my whole theory about...
I just use the pillowcase as my pillow. Welcome to Bad Parents, a podcast about 3 bad parents who are trying to raise good kids. She's Shawna.
Hello.
He's Ryan.
What's up?
And I'm Johnny. A Tell It Like It Is podcast for parents to laugh, cry, and to make you feel better about your parenting.
Boo. Did I scare you? It's that spooky time of year again, and when it comes to having kids, Halloween night may be the best and worst night of the whole year. So grab a Tootsie Pop, some tiny bags of chips, and enjoy our Halloween edition of Bad Parents.
Let's do a little bit of a roll call, okay, guys? Shawna, your kids' names?
Jack and Eli. Jack is 15 in grade 9. Eli is approximately 9.
Approximately, I like it.
Yeah.
Bad parents.
Ryan Parker.
Let's go. 5'7", 180 pounds. Oh,
likes to do sex more than us because he's got 3 kids.
yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've had sex 3 times if you're just getting to know
And
me.
it all took.
And I'll tell you right now, I don't know how to make girls. I guess you have to be sober because I got myself 3 boys.
I would concur with that. I have 2 boys.
Right. So Johnny's had sex sober once. Okay, so I have 3 boys. They are Drew, who is 8. They are Rory, who just turned 12, and Travis, who is in grade 9 as a 14-year-old.
Congratulations. I have 2 children. I scratched off the winning lottery ticket for the $1 million family. I have a boy who is 2 and a girl who is 4. And neither one of them were conceived via me and my wife having sex. Both of them, IVF. All right, it's about that time. Halloween.
I thought it was a wedding song.
No, it's Valentine's Day, everybody.
It's your first wedding song.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
my
That should have been a sign.
We are less than a week away from Halloween. You guys cool that it's on a Tuesday?
No.
No, it sucks. I'm going to say this until I'm dead.
It's next Tuesday.
It should be always, whatever the Saturday is closest to the 31st.
Yes,
I agree.
Ryan.
Make it a floating holiday. In fact, I'll go one step further. I think we should flip in Canada our Thanksgiving and our Halloween because of the temperatures. Thanksgiving is too hot. Halloween is too cold. But carry on, Jonathan Garbett.
I hate when people come out and be like, Super Bowl should be moved to Saturdays and stop with the daylight saving time. This one I can get behind.
Okay,
This
good.
one I understand where he's coming from.
Only because you're eating a turkey sometimes and it's 25 degrees, too hot.
It's not the worst.
And then at Halloween, your kid's so excited about their costume all week long, and then they have to put a coat over top of it.
It's the worst. And you can't win. You either put the coat under it and then they look weird in their costume, or everybody's freezing.
Yep. Can we agree that Halloween might be the only sort of like national holiday, if you will? I know it's not. The only sort of national holiday where it's like, it's so all about the kids. Like, this is as so kid.
Johnny.
Now, some adults get into it, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But there's no, it's like, it's so kids.
I've noticed a change, though, in the last, I want to say not that long ago, maybe in the last 5-6 years, where adults like will take around like the booze on the wagon.
Totally.
And there's no room for the kids on the wagon.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
they're moving bar. Plus, people are opening their garage doors to have a bar.
Yeah. So forget you, little Johnny. It's little Johnny Walker.
I think the tides are shifting a little bit.
I like it.
Do you, have you done that? Because last year was my first real year of taking Olivia and Jack out, right? So we went out and walked around. There was a dude, just like, you go up to the door. This guy wasn't even like in his garage, like at his door with like a jug of wine, and like would throw a Kit Kat in each of their bags. And it was like, hey, do you want some wine? And as much as we tell our children, let me check the candy before you eat it, I drank this wine like it was coming straight from the wine store, the supermarket. Like, this guy's going to be like toilet bowl gin. I didn't care.
Oh, my God. Halloween is one of my drunkest nights. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. I can't even tell you how many Jello. It's the Jello shot night of the year, I find.
What, they give you Jello shots at the door to door?
Maybe it's the community I live in. I live in a small town. And everyone kind of knows everyone. Like, everyone is walking around with a drink. In fact, I have like this little bag, like this little side bag. I wear it once a year and it's on Halloween. And it's where I keep my rum and cokes.
Like a canteen.
It's like a canteen.
So, as we get into the Halloween season, and we're like in it now, we're definitely in the spooky season as Halloween's next Tuesday. And Ryan has brought it up, and you brought it up, and I talked about drinking. So drinking, during Halloween, let's talk about maybe some of the Halloween safety that needs to be done for our children. Are you in or are you out on the safety? Because as we always said here, safety, sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think about this. I'm on board with the flame-resistant costumes.
No, I think the chances of coming in contact with flame is so rare. If you can save a few bucks on the costume, I don't really I don't care.
Okay, so I was going to say, why would you not want to have that extra level of protection? But if it is going to save me a few dollars,
See, I got him.
You kind of got me there.
I also feel that I want to protect my children at all cost, but I also feel like it's a flame-retardant costume. Probably is a lot thicker, and it's going to be hotter. Right? Do you like to go trick-or-treating in groups?
Yes.
Now, Shawna, you live in the country.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not one of those people that drive around to regular community. Oh, you know what?
What?
You can't live out in a farm somewhere for 364 days a year and love your life and brag about it almost. I got a cistern. I got a well. I can't flush toilet paper. And then the one day you come around to regular people's communities, like the people that live in the suburbs in the city.
Excuse me?
Where the humans live, and then take our candy.
Excuse me. We are all in this together. You don't come to our fields and take photos of our sunflowers for your Instagram?
If you have a farm that is promoting that I will. But you have a cistern.
All right.
So do you allow... Okay, so do you trick-or-treating groups in or out?
Yes, in. Love it.
Love it.
And especially in cars.
So love it. Now, your son, Shawna, the oldest son, is 15.
Yeah, he'll be
Rye, your
16,
oldest son is?
14.
At what age do you allow them to go on their own for the first time? And have you done it yet?
Last year, talking about groups, my sons, so I don't think my older boy went, but so let's say my 11-year-old and 8-year-old at the time went with about 3 or 4 other kids on the street, and with the oldest being about 13. Mm-hmm. So we let them go by themselves. I just said, keep an eye on the little fella. And I'm not kidding, me and the parents, we were all dressed up, 2 gloves, ready to go. I had my little satchel, my canteen, my booze. And we're like, you know what? Let them do it. And we just sat in my garage and drank. What a night.
They're both the same age, 12, 13. They went out in groups without a parent.
I'm still on the fence about Olivia this year. She's turning 5. We'll see. I don't know. I think I should still go out with her.
I think 5 for sure go out.
All right.
I don't know. You're a bit of a helicopter parent if you ask me. 5, let's go.
Okay, we're talking about safety for trick-or-treaters this year. It says watch for oncoming traffic. Even when it's non-spooky season, I'm a real don't speed like in residential areas regardless. I would like to see, and I would like to propose this to the Canadian legislature, wherever that may be, that speeding fines should be tripled
I don't disagree.
On Halloween night. Yeah. And if you're against me, then leave the country. Wow. That's a hard stance.
Hard stance? That might be the hardest stance you've ever taken.
It really is.
I don't disagree. Yeah. It's crazy. These costumes are so dark. It gets so dark so early at that time of year. These morons, you live in a community, you see kids all the time. I know. You know it's their night. Slow her down.
You know what would be nice is if they actually had no car traffic for like 2 hours on Halloween night. You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Yes.
You like highways, fine. But residential areas should be car free from 7 to 9 p.m. on Halloween night.
And I love it. The cops have, those spike strips?
Oh, yeah. Put in this. Yes.
Throw those out there. I love it.
They say that you should only carry safe costume accessories. So, like, if you're a pirate, don't carry a real sword.
Oh, yeah.
Does that, as a parent, do you need to be told that, if your child's going out as Michael Myers, don't give him a hatchet?
This is scare tactics. It's ridiculous. Not one parent would ever think that.
Remember our little tiny eye holes and our little crap masks and how we didn't see anything? I think things are safer today.
Like He-Man or She-Ra?
Do you remember that?
Can I just say, though?
Tiny breathing hole and it would get all wet.
Oh, my God. You ever look at a picture from Halloween and say 1984 and you look at the kids? It is creepy when you weren't even trying to be creepy.
I know.
Right? All those characters we loved growing up. You just have that. Everyone's got that plasticky, unsafe garb and then the plastic helmet.
You want to talk about flame retardant? Not in that.
I'll tell you this, though. I absolutely love the smell of Halloween costumes. Love them. They're not quite the same today as they were when we were kids, but I love it.
It's like a pool liner smell.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because they do say that you use face paint instead of wearing a mask. but obviously all we did was rock masks.
Yep.
You ever rock one or send your kids out with a flashlight?
Never.
I've never done it.
No.
I like maybe
You're supposed to.
Can I say something? I sent Olivia out last year with a neon glow stick around her neck.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, no,
Okay, all
it's
right.
good.
That's fine.
Okay.
I send my kids out with scissors, and then what they do is they steal the UNICEF boxes from the nerds.
Oh my God. Remember the UNICEF?
Okay, can we?
Where is the UNICEF gone?
I don't know.
I think it's still there. I think it's still there.
Like, I appreciate what they're doing and everything. I'm just saying for Halloween, you don't see that anymore.
Like,
we used to have a UNICEF theft ring in my
yeah.
town.
Now,
I wasn't part of it.
just raise your hand so nobody can hear you answer.
Okay.
Raise your hand. When you rocked the UNICEF box on Halloween night and we were like 13, 14, so we knew money, and you went to a house and you rang the doorbell and they saw the UNICEF box and somebody put one of those brown $2 bills into the box.
Wow.
Did you ever dip into the box back at home? Do not answer with your mouth. Just raise your hand if you did or you didn't.
Wow, you did?
No, stop it. No, what are you doing?
Oh my God, I couldn't do that.
What are you doing?
Oh, I missed the first part you said.
Thanks for listening.
I couldn't do that.
No,
Never.
me neither. No, why not? Kids needed stuff.
Well, we'll have fun in heaven. Oh my goodness.
Next Tuesday, Halloween. Oh my God.
Wow.
Next Tuesday's Halloween. Anybody know the theme? Anyone?
No.
Shawna.
Sounds like Shawna's bed.
Oh my goodness. Anybody
Actually,
know that
that's a
theme?
compliment.
Yeah,
If you think about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, yeah, you have sex.
So this is called Bad Parents. It's talking about Shawna's bed on a Halloween episode. That was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, okay.
Texas
Oh, I
Chainsaw
haven't
Massacre.
seen that in years.
How do you decide as a parent who goes and who stays with the kids?
Oh, great question.
How does that happen? Because there's pros and cons to both. Tell me how you decide and what you prefer.
Can I start?
Go ahead, Ryan.
How it's decided in my house is all about the weather. If it's crappy and raining, Dad is going out. If it is the odd, mild 14-degree evening where you can just wear a nice little scarf and toque and just feel cozy with your little apple cinnamon drink and you just walk around with Junior, then the wife goes. And I got to sit at home.
Amazing.
But -4 and rain.
Oh, yeah. Which it usually is.
Let's go, Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, let's go.
Interesting. Ours is just tradition. I grew up with my dad taking me out, and I just defer that to my husband. He takes them out.
I love doing both. I like taking the kids out. It's a lot of work with kids my age at 2 and 4. It's way more not fun to take them out. It's a lot of work. I do enjoy staying back because I'm a decorator.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm a bit of a decorator. So I like to see the expressions of kids and parents when they come up and whatnot. So I like to stay home, but I also like going out. So it's like a 50-50 split in my house because my kids won't stay out very long.
Yeah.
So I still get both.
We have neighbors that like to go to get like the husband and wife. Like we go in a group.
I don't understand that.
Well, then what they do is like now they have an older child that can stay home and give out the candy. But for the window there, they would just leave a bowl of candy out and just trust.
Okay.
Wow.
Now you really you got to trust the kids.
It's irritating on so many levels. Like,
Why?
Why do you got to go together? Like, why you got to have so much time together? A, and B, why you trust anybody with those bowls is beyond me.
Because every year, like November 1st, you see videos from ring cams of some kid. Actually, it's not even so bad. When a kid does it, it's one thing.
Yeah.
It's when you see the parent do it, steal a whole bunch of candy from a trust bowl.
I had a neighbor who did the trust thing with the bowl of candy and a literal handwritten sign. Please just take one.
Course.
Right? Okay. Took the entire bowl, dumped it into their bag
Yes.
and jogged on. She went back on her ring cam, looked at it, and then went out looking for Halo Guy
I love it.
to call him out to
man.
get the candy back. Like legit neighborhood search
Love it.
for Halo Guy who dumped the entire thing. I don't know. Some people,
Hey, you want a little life hack? Put out an empty bowl with that sign and people will just think you've been robbed. And you save. You never have to put out any candy at all.
How is this coming from you and not from Ryan?
Wow.
I would expect this from him, not from you.
I'm currently grabbing my phone and writing that in my notes.
And people will feel bad for you.
Yeah, right.
And you
didn't spend any
save money. And all you've done is,
Written a note.
I only have 4 years of costume pictures because this will be our 5th Halloween. When you look back on the pictures of your kids and their costume, what's the best costume any one of your children have had?
Funny, just yesterday I asked my little fella, who's 9, what he wants to be, and he wants to be the Scream guy.
Okay.
They love that stuff.
Classic.
They do like the classics.
I got a soft spot for like when they're little. Like at one point I had like 3 Iron Men. I think they were all the same.
Jack's my youngest wants to be Iron Man this
Yeah.
year. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's never watched the movie, has no idea who he is, but yet Iron Man seems to be the guy.
Iron Man. I had a Black Panther. I've had Spider-Man. Like all those are
Superheroes
are
stuff.
cute as heck.
My mother-in-law makes costumes and did.
Here
So
we go.
it was really incredible when my husband's son wore the same costume as him.
Oh, that's cute.
So to see the generations, and it was phenomenal. It was a Ninja Turtle costume that she made. Beyond belief talent. And to see him wear that years later was really, and the picture side by side was really cute.
But that also says something about the Ninja Turtles, that it's still popular and trendy, right?
Huge. We're going to go over some of the best costumes and most popular costumes in 2023 in just a little bit. I have a family on my street. They're awesome. I've talked about them before on the show. We host a show on Q107 between 5:30 and 10 in Toronto, and they live on my street, and it's Alana and Rob, Jake and Marcus, and they're like the perfect Halloween family, where last year they all went out as Toy Story characters together. Mm-hmm. So like you see like the kids totally into it and the parents like legit totally into it. I could never do it. I'm not a big dress up guy, but I love to see families do it.
Oh, I hate it.
I know, because you're rolling your eyes and you actually stuck your tongue out.
I can't stand it. I'm sure they are lovely people.
It's weird. They talk really bad about you too. It's weird that you have the same
love
feeling.
them and I think they're amazing, but I think it's just because I realize I'm a bad parent and I would never ever do that.
Okay. Last question here in this thing. What is the rule on eating candy on Halloween night? Now, I assume that if it was a Saturday or a Friday night, it's a lot different than Tuesday night, which is this year. So what's the rule on eating candy?
For me, so you're not talking about safety part.
No, I'm just talking about you get home, the day is done, they pour it all out. There might be some sorting action. There might be a dip in there for mom or dad. How much do you get to eat?
The kids do a little bit of tradesies, a lot of trading going on.
Yeah.
Little fella gets screwed over.
So
he doesn't
He gets
understand.
the Tootsie Rolls.
Well, because he doesn't understand, right? Like the kids will be like, "Hey, I'll give you a piece of licorice for the 3 Twix bars." Okay.
I know.
So I'm like, I got to witness this, and I don't know if I should get involved or not, because I kind of respect the older kids.
Prison rules. Do not get involved.
And I think to myself, I respect my older kids for scamming the system. They understand. They see a mark or they see a target, and then I think the little guy's got to learn his lesson at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
But I give them each. They can have a handful. Nothing crazy, because they'll make them. They're like dogs. They'll just keep eating and eating, and it gets sick.
I disagree. I say no rules at all and let them moderate themselves. And so far, so good.
Okay. And
no rules.
And do you allow, my dad did this, and like every once in a while, our parents do one thing super right. And you're just like, this is the best. And I was allowed to keep my candy in my room.
Yeah, I let my kids keep it in their room.
You allow your kids to keep candy in a room?
I think so. I think we
really?
do, actually.
I thought he was a revolutionary. Obviously not.
Well, back then that is, though.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, that is, we would never have been allowed, Johnny.
Candy, a bag of candy at my disposal whenever I want.
Under your pillow?
But my whole theory about...
I just use the pillowcase as my pillow. Count Floyd will always be maybe my favorite sort of Halloween character.
Yeah.
I miss Count Floyd. I wish he would come back.
Funny.
That's obviously from SCTV. Do you guys dress up for Halloween?
No.
Because you say the only thing you dress up is the booze you take on your walkabout. Shawna, are you a dresser upper?
I have for work purposes.
Ooh, like you had to?
Because it was
I had
mandated?
to.
Okay, as long as it's mandated.
But what I find difficult, is that everything is very SEXY.
Yeah, right.
Everything, to the point where I remember one time for work, I remember waking up at 3:30 in the morning to sew a piece of material on this Dorothy Wizard of Oz outfit.
And that's the best part. It's not like, okay, you get the naughty nurse.
Yeah.
It's like, I've seen like sexy Corona bottles.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I bought it and I thought I'll just put it on in the morning. Yeah. Boom! We're not in Kansas anymore, and I had to do makeshift sewing. So I often just don't bother.
Yeah, I'm not I love decorating, but I'm not a big dressing up person. I feel like that time is going to come where my kids are like, let's do a group costume. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for the popular family and group Halloween costumes of 2023, Harry Potter, Super Mario Brothers, right? The movie, right? There's so many different characters you could be. Like a superhero, almost like an Avengers kind of like
that's a good one.
Amalgamation sort of thing. Star Wars. You always be Star Wars guys. Historical and period dramas such as Bridgerton, Grease, or A League of Their Own. Mm-hmm. If you went out as one of the Peaches from A League of Their Own, is anyone recognizing you?
That's weak.
No.
That's weak.
And who gets to be Tom Hanks who can't pee properly? Imagine that. You just sit there on the street.
Are you just running around being like, there's no crying at Halloween? I guess so. And they say movies or television like, Ninja Turtles, right?
I saw great ones. They made the car from Dumb and Dumber, the dog car.
Oh, yeah.
And they had Larry and like two little ones, like 2 3-year-olds as Larry and Lloyd or Harry and Lloyd. Oh my God.
That I would love with the little tuxedos. Too. I love that idea.
If you're a dude and you want to dress up in a popular costume in 2023 for men, it's horror, like Michael Myers, Ghostface, Freddy Krueger. Video games, Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, Five Nights at Freddy's, Ken from Barbie.
Oh, please, no.
I feel like you need a certain look, like a certain physique.
Yeah, you can't.
Because I've seen like some of the trailers. Like there's no guys like me, 241, 5'7", Kens out there.
I'd like to see my husband in a Sherpa vest, though. Yeah. I could see it. I could see him pulling it off, a little bit of eyeliner.
Yeah, you want me to send him a text? Superheroes, obviously. And then like inflatables, like when you see like guys riding a dinosaur, like an inflatable dinosaur.
I will say that makes me laugh.
Me too. I don't know why. They're so cheap.
My kid was one of those one time, so it was an alien.
Yeah.
So it looks like the aliens try to takes you.
It's good.
And especially if you're having a wee drink or a couple cocktails, I can't get my head around it. Like, are those your legs or his legs? Whose arms are those?
Popular women's costumes for this year is Barbie, Little Mermaid, Spider-Gwen, which is from the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Wednesday Addams. Which I think if you really, even my daughter is like super into Wednesday. She's not being Wednesday this year, but you could talk her into it. And then again, like Super Mario Brothers, Princess Peach is a big one as well.
Yeah.
If you have a boy and they want to do it, popular boys costumes again, Spider-Man, both Peter Parker and Miles Morales from the new ones, video games, Super Mario Brothers, Bluey, Paw Patrol, and Transformers. I didn't realize Transformers is still as hot as they once were.
I didn't know that.
I'd love to see some Decepticons at my door.
Can I tell Shawna my story about when I was a kid in the Beefeater?
Yeah.
Okay, so, like sometimes families have traditional costumes. Didn't you say something about a costume gets passed down? Was it you or was it another co-host of mine that said their husband wore a costume and their son wore it as well?
It was me. It was me.
Okay.
Yeah. A Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle.
Went through generations.
So generations, right? So we had one. So my family is very, 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 very English. Okay. It's like, I think they don't know they're in Canada anymore. Like I think they think they're still in the old country. But anyways, there was a costume that got passed around and it was only good for like, a 5-year-old. So every cousin that got to be.
Yes.
So it was a Beefeater costume.
Yeah.
You know Jen.
Of course.
Okay, so you would know who I am.
Uh-huh.
But growing up, in Canada and being a Beefeater, I'd go around and no one knew what I was. And so I'd go around and they'd open up the door. I'd be with my friends and they'd be like, oh, E.T., Dracula, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, and a little fella with a big kind of hairy hat. I'd be like, I'm a Beefeater. What's that? I'm like, it's my dad's favorite gin. Trick or treat. Yeah. Like, and you're like a kind of a fancy Chewbacca. Like, no, I'm a Beefeater.
That's
Chewbacca.
The worst. Like, I'm always the one answering the door. The stress when you don't know what the kid is.
Right.
Is real because you don't want to insult whatever costume that they're wearing.
Yeah. So listen.
Sure we have Chewbacca.
Because like when you say Beefeater, like some people may think of like, like the royal guards at like Buckingham Palace with like the log hat. It's not even those guys. Like it's like a level different than those
Yeah,
guys.
it was something special, and it was awesome. It was like an awesome costume.
They look amazing.
I need to Google it because
do
I
it.
am thinking of the guys that are at the Buckingham Palace.
So the role of the Beefeater is to guard any prisoners in the Tower of London and to protect the most valuable items in the tower, the crown jewels. So they're not even like, when you see like the changing of the guard?
Right.
It's not those guys.
No, it's
right.
not.
It's even more hardcore than those guys.
Yeah.
The other costume my brother and I were like, this is so 1984. My brother and I were
Oh, Bob and Doug.
Oh, that's awesome.
and instead of like, it didn't really make sense. Instead of having a pillowcase, whatever, we just had like a 6-pack.
I think that's great.
So you put the candy in the 6-pack, but we'd have to refill it every.
Oh, yeah,
we didn't think it through. But again, like that's so like, would somebody be that? Like basically Canadians that are a little bit drunk.
So you're saying would the people be?
And it's like, I have an older brother, so it's like I would do it every door.
Of course,
every door.
of
We'd be
course.
like by the third one, it's like we're good.
I would lose my mind if I saw Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh my gosh.
Would
Like,
it be hilarious?
like 2 8-year-olds just showing up,
Yes.
just ding dong. Done. Take the entire bowl.
I agree with you, Johnny, and close
Done.
up shop after that. No one's getting better.
So if you're looking, if you have a girl and they're not 100% sure what they want to be next Tuesday, as I get back to what I was doing, and I can't find it, it is the Little Mermaid, Barbie, Bluey, Paw Patrol, and Spider-Gwen.
What's Bluey?
Bluey is an Australian sort of like dog show for kids. It's pretty popular. My kids are totally into it.
Yeah.
And if you are an adult with kids who are watching it, it's pretty entertaining for you as well.
Right? That
okay.
helps.
I actually don't hate it. Okay, so the big thing and the big sort of like culmination of Halloween, of course, is the candy. Okay, so can we play a little game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had to get one type of candy in your bag, satchel, and or pumpkin, what is the candy that you would want?
You're asking me right now?
I'm asking you right now. Like, what's your go-to
Let's see.
candy?
Let's do it on a count of 3 and see if it's the same because we have a lot in common.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Mini
Henry.
Snickers.
Okay, not in the same wheelhouse.
Similar.
Nice little chocolate
Do
bar.
you say Snickers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a little bit of a commercial from a very popular Halloween treat. And you tell me what candy it is, okay? Here is number 1.
Kit Kat.
Some people would finish the jingle.
Give me a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Break me off a piece of that.
Oh,
Kit.
break me off.
Can you guys get a little bit of like let's go here? You guys like sang it like you were singing a funeral song.
Okay,
We're
all
ramping up
right.
to the last one.
Oh, are you? I apologize. Number 2.
Question. What's the best chocolate candy when you're all dressed up? The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
hand.
Not in your hands.
M&M's.
Let's go.
You're right.
Because Smarties do melt.
Yep.
So these are also the top 5 candies to give out at Halloween.
Love these.
Right?
Good
So
one.
Number 5 is Kit Kat. Number 4 is M&M. Number 3 is extremely Canadian and I think difficult.
No, I can never figure what that crispy taste is.
What, the peanut?
Yeah, no, the... Is that what it is?
Crushed roasted peanuts and toffee.
Oh, eat more?
No.
You said Canadian. Is that coffee crisp?
No.
He says toffee with peanuts. Oh,
Double C.
Mr. Big.
Double
coffee
C.
crisp.
No, he just said
I thought I
that.
said that. I'm like, did I bump my head or was that another co-host that said that? I don't even know what it is.
Crispy
Krispy
Crunch.
Kreme.
Crunch.
Cream. The American donut chain.
Can you tell
Are
it's
we-
been
sorry.
so long since I've had candy?
If you're new to the podcast, we're Q107 in Rochester.
What was it again? Is that the one?
Crispy Crunch. I just said it.
I don't remember that one.
You don't?
I really don't. I'm not joking.
Okay, I'll bring one in.
Maybe because I grew up in a small town. We didn't have a lot of...
No, they're out there. Don't.
Okay, but I don't think so.
No, it's
not
not.
you.
It's not super unbelievably local.
Next one.
Next one is this.
Touch the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Skittles.
Have you ever touched the rainbow, Shauna?
Yeah, that we do in a small town.
That's number
It's a
2.
whole party, is it?
And the number 1 most popular candy that should be given out next Tuesday on All Halloween is
You put your chocolate on my peanut butter.
Peanut butter on my chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
yeah.
I didn't know it was Halloween.
Why are you laughing?
Halloween is an adult game that we play later.
Halloween?
Yeah. Trick or treat, Shawna. Halloween.
You ever put your peanut in somebody's chocolate? You have, okay.
All Halloween.
So, can both of you and everyone listening do me a massive favor? Have a great Halloween. We also want to hear your bad parent stories, so send them to us at badparents@curiouscast.ca. If you have an idea for a future episode, we want to hear that too. We are all on your favorite podcast platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, and you can listen to our radio show. That's right, we also get paid to be on the radio every weekday morning, 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Q107 Toronto. And until next time, she's
Shawna.
he's
Ryan.
and we'll see you next Wednesday on Bad Parents. Oh, I'm Johnny.
Oh, happy Halloween from the Grim Reaper. What's taking so long? I'm dying to meet ya. You're so darn healthy. I'd say you're thriving. Maybe this year you should try skydiving, or race car driving, or alligator wrestling.